Yeah, I'm actually really attracted to men. It's kind of crazy. Just like the way that, And I'm finally done. What do you expect me to do? You're supposed to read it. Okay. So, do you like it? No? Alright, today, that was a nice little voice crack. Just a little peek into my power. Today, we're checking out some comics I made whenever I was younger. They are about a guy named Pause. And he can pause time. Here is the first book. It is called The First Pause. Yo, that's aura. Okay. No, it's called The First Remote. Never mind. My bad. The First Remote. Because all the characters are just things from the remote. They're just like buttons on a remote. One day, a man named Arthur was flying to war on a plane. Okay, so he had a friend named Jackson. Okay. The plane was stopping, but a man was shooting down their plane. The plane had a top secret nuclear weapon on it. I think the one that's getting shot down had the top secret nuclear weapon. Okay? Arthur was holding a stopwatch that his father gave to him. And there he is holding it. He's just checking it out, right? He's just like, oh man, I wish my dad wasn't f***ing dead or something. The plane crashed because they were getting shot down. What does that say? I'm reading upside down, by the way. Okay, the radiation from the plane got into the stopwatch. Remember, the plane... What? That is the stupidest. The plane was stopping. It caused a reaction that created the remote stopwatch. It's hard to read upside down. I'm sorry, okay? Boom. Over here, let's read this. He was up in the doctor's office. He went and got his stuff and then ran home. Okay? So as you might be able to tell, originally, this is the first pause, right? Because you can see that I like scribbled out the pause symbol and everything. Now he's not, I guess, because I realized it wouldn't make sense for pause to be the primary thing. Because all of the ones in the future, this is the backstory. This is how the stopwatch was originally created. This is not the main character. Okay? I realized that everything coming from the pause stopwatch would not make sense. So now everything's coming from the remote stopwatch. Really bad excuse. I'm pretty sure I actually came up with a better solution to like the original order story. Long after that, he got a call. It said, "We have a mission," but it's spelled mission. "We have a mission for you." His name, Belief, at Austin Park. It's set in Texas. I was like, what's somewhere? What's the location? So I just came up with somewhere in Texas, the capital of Texas. He got out his suit. That's not how you spell that. He got out his suit, put it on, and went to battle. All right. Belief punched him in the stomach. That's not how you spell stomach, buddy. I'm going to stop talking about the spelling errors. I was 5, okay? Whatever. He punched him in the stomach, pushed him over, and said, "I believe remote was never born." So belief if he believes something, boom, it happens. All right? I have these at the end of every single comic, but Belief didn't know that it had a price. The price was his life. The price of believing something so great to happen. Then that's not what the fuck. Then that's not told yet. But this is the beginning of Pause. Do you like that? Do you like that little ending? This is a tough little ending. This shit is ass, by the way. And we got this one. It is called The Dream of Death, Book 2. Okay? Dream of Death, Book 2. All right. Check this out. Mark and Anna were going in the woods. Bye, Dad. We're going in the woods. And he okay. He says okay. He's welding. He's welding something. For some reason, I don't know. He's just welding something. Then, they found an abandoned house in the woods. It looks like a man holding some stopwatches. What in the world? Okay. Low-key hating Mark. Kind of don't like Mark right now. Alright. They took the stopwatches. Then a big explosion happened, and the man turned to dust. Boom! They're brown here for some reason. They're not. They're yellow. I don't know why I did that. I don't know how that happened. They both fainted. Then a weird shadow appeared. Why can't I read upside down? Then a weird shadow appeared and crushed Mark's soul in the dream. He was having a dream while he was fainted. And he says, I'm your death. He said he might say doom. He might say death. But, you know, that says F. So I'm assuming it was father. Okay, but then I changed it to D. So I'm your dad. Maybe. I actually don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out, you know. Okay. He woke up in chains. He woke up in chains? How did that happen? If you're that kind of person that likes comedy, action, and drama, this is the book for you. This is Pause. I'm pretty much like a marketing genius. That's probably like my worst book, I'm gonna be real. Oh, this book is so bad. I mean, no, this one's peak. This is peak. See this? The Chosen One. The Chosen One. Okay, book. All right. Okay. All right, this is thing. He woke up in chains. Can you get me out of these chains? No. Meh. My sister was influencing me poorly with like these brain rot terms. She used to make like these little noises with her friends. She'd be like, meh. Meh. 2017 brain rot. Okay, so he says he's whispering and he says creep. I don't know why he's hating. You know, you do low key look like this. I don't think you can actually talk. This guy says meh. That's probably what that says. Actually, the size differences. They might be a little distracting. You can get over it. You're a big girl. Hey, hi, ha. Hey, what? I'm trying to say yeah, I think. I was trying to spell yeah. Why would there be an H in there? Okay, so this is first. This is second because I didn't know how to like format pages, I guess. Oh, look. You have a stopwatch. Mehi. Is that was what that says. Yeah, I stole it from an old man. Why is he bullying this guy, bro? Like, what did he do? Let's really think about that. Weirdo. I don't know why he's bullying him. That's very. And then he says, it's the pause stopwatch. And he says, wait, there's more than one? There's multiple? There's different ones? I'm just turn the page, bro. I was admiring my artwork. Hold on. No, turn it. Turn the page. Good girl. Good girl. Where's my sister? Yes, May. What? Oh, so he says he's saying yes to the other question. Wait, there's more than one. He's like, yes, May, or whatever. He's like, where's my sister? And he's like, in the pit of crocodiles. Yes, in the pit of crocodiles. She's in the pit of He's like, what? And he's looking exceptionally ugly, bro. Also, body T, by the way. He's kind of, dang, bro. Do you see this? Do you see this, dude? What am I talking about? Get me out of here, is what she's saying, basically. Essentially, that's what she's saying. I'll save you. This dude's coming to save him, okay? And he says, meh, and he just gets shot with an explosive arrow. He made Mark free. My name is Arrowshot. Okay, his name's not Arrowshot. My bad. My name is Arrowshot. Mark. That's what his named. Do my drawings ever get better? Because, like, this is actually mad distracting, I'm gonna be real. Let's go save her. My sister's in a pit of crocodiles. Let's go save her. I don't know how to format. Mark and Arrowshot went to the rescue. Pow, pow. She's like, help, Cheryl, help me. Anyway, should I make fan art? Should I make fan art for Pause? Should I just, like, redraw all the characters? I'll do that. I'll do that for a whole video. Oh my gosh, that's so smart. Mark and Arrowshot went to the rescue. They're rescuing her. Okay. Arrowshot shot an explosive arrow at the chains. Anna fell into the water. Let's go. They're very trusting of this Arrowshot guy. I would be a little concerned that maybe he was like a pedophile or something. I don't know. They got out of the water and Mr. Crazy Man woke up. So he wasn't dead. He was knocked out. Because I don't kill Pause doesn't kill people. Neither is Arrowshot. They're very good, respectable young men, essentially. Okay? Stop right there. Oh, no, he says not so fast. Basically, same message. I'm going to be real. Then a big fish plopped out of the gun. Next, Arrowshot punched Mr. Crazy Man in the face. That's pretty tough. Pow! Dang it. I grabbed the fish gun. Oof, because he gets punched. So he has a fish gun for some, I don't know, bro. Get out of here. Bass. They got to the exit, but a crocodile was there. They pushed a table on it. There were chemicals on the table that mixed together and got on the crocodile. Okay, like, why is he so large, bro? Why is my proportions so bad? I get I'm in second grade, but like, come on, bro. The crocodile the crocodile gained power. Arrowshot shot an explosive arrow at Depp. Okay, he's supposed to be called Deep. Deep the crocodile. He's an enemy. He's a villain, you know. He says, I'm Deep. None shall pass. I'm trying to get to the exit. And he says, snap. He's like, snap. No. They have, like, white people cursing. It's very hilarious, honestly. I won't even lie. I can't fucking read. Arrow went inside Deep's mouth and exploded inside Deep's mouth. Why am I so, like, proper with all my wording, bro? It gave them just enough time to get out. Oh, right. That's tough. That's actually tough. They went home. The end of this book, obviously. Time for school, kids. Come on. And he's sleeping because he's a sleepy little guy, basically. Okay. If you're that kind of person that likes comedy, action, comedy, and drama, what comedy? This isn't funny, Judah. If you're that kind of person that likes action, comedy, and drama, this is the book for you. This is Pause. That's so tough. Next book. Heroes and their powers. I'm not fucking reading all that, bro. It's probably like 3 words. If we're being real, I'd write very large. Okay, the first time I realized that I had powers was on May 1, when we were on our way to school, when we got a flat tire. Okay, they got a flat tire. That's very sad. That's very unfortunate to happen. Then we had to walk. When we got there, Anna and I were on our way in. Time seemed to stop. Nobody was moving. Even Caleb stopped throwing sticks at a kid. Caleb is a bully, man. He's throwing sticks at kids. Does he not know that sticks and stones can break your bones? Does he not know that? Is he stupid? I was thinking he was too scared to move because I was passing by. Why would you think that? Okay, I know your ass is getting bullied the most. But it turned out when I was walking in school, my backpack was being shooken around. Okay, I'm gonna fucking flip it, bro. I can't do this. Around, and my flashlight hit the pause button on the stopwatch, and time paused. You ask why I have a flashlight? I will give you 2 reasons. 1, to give Caleb bad eyesight. 2, to bonk Caleb on the head. I was a violent child. Okay, I'm sorry. Caleb didn't do anything to me. There was a kid named Caleb. He didn't do anything to me, you know. Yeah, my bad, dude. Who doesn't want to bonk Caleb on the head? When I sat down, time was still paused. A minute passed by and time played. Let's turn this over to Anna. Whatever. Okay, let's turn this over to Anna. See what she has to say. Time was still paused, so I pulled out something to fidget with, and I pulled out my stopwatch. I pressed the play button to see if it worked, and time played. I was eating lunch at school when a guy with a green shirt was giving Caleb a shot, which was kind of weird. So I went over there and the man stole my voice. That is kind of weird. Heroin, maybe? I don't know why he has a shirt that has mute on it if, he hasn't really been muted yet. This is his origin. Okay, so it's just this dude, definitely a predator. I fainted and woke up in a place where there was a kid who said his name was Ethan. I wrote down on a piece of paper that my voice was stolen. He made a device that transformed my thoughts into words. My real name is Grant. Okay, Grant. I found a kid in school. This is channel. Okay, this is channel. That was mute. That was mute story. I found a kid in school that was pretty much dead. I helped him. He thanked me and asked me why I had a lab. I answered that I was working on a suit that traveled through dimensions. 6 weeks of hard work, I said. I tested it out that day, and it worked. Okay, only 6 weeks, and this dude found dimensional travel, and he's, 12, pushing 13, maybe. Rewind. Oh, this is the different dimension. Okay, rewind. My name is Jeff, and I was getting ready for school when I saw a stopwatch sitting on the table. When I picked it up, I fainted and woke up in a lab with 2 guys. They gave me a test, and I had powers, so they gave me a suit. Okay, if you're that kind of person that likes comedy, action, and drama, this is the book for you. This is Pause. All right. You know what this is called? It's called School Day. Yeah, buddy. It was time for school. They went to school in the car. They put their stuff in their lockers. I don't know why he's taller in this scene. It's just like kind of a strange thing. All right. So I'm back. I had to grab the stuff. At math time, Caleb was throwing balls of paper at Mark. Caleb was a bully. He always bullied Mark. Do you think I had like a fetish for being bullied? Like, no one ever bullied me. I wasn't ever bullied. I think I was like, dude, it would be so cool if I was bullied. I would be like at recess. Caleb was throwing sticks at Mark. The stick was heading for Mark's head. Oh my good. This, bro. Mark caught the stick and threw it back at Caleb. It hit Caleb in the hand. At lunch, Caleb grabbed Mark's hand and tried to break it, but it didn't move an inch. Mark threw Caleb up in the air. No, bye-bye. Caleb is a violent child. He's trying to break Mark's arm for throwing a stick back at him after he threw the first stick, by the way. Hashtag cancel Caleb. School was over, so they went home. They visited Arrowshot in his cabin in the woods. They went in. Hey guys, I heard that there's a crime at Austin Park. Everything's always going down at Austin Park, bro. That's the only location I know. I would, but we don't have a suit to cover our identity. No one's gonna know. You're 8 years old, buddy. He's 12. Arrowshot, because that was like super old, and that was that was old whenever I made this. I was like, yo, that is a pretty old dude. Arrowshot made suits for Mark and Anna. Arrowshot gave them the suits. Here you go. Just kind of whipped them up. Are they tough though? Are these suits tough? All right. The end. Ooh, that's so tough. Oh my gosh, that's so tough. I wish I could draw. If you're that kind of person that likes comedy, action, and drama, this is the book for you. This is Pause. Oh, what is this? What is this title? What is it? Imagine if this was like the... Okay, no, it's going to be flipped. Imagine if this was like the comic book cover. You bought a comic, this is the cover. This is horrible. The Man with No Voice. They were on their way to Austin Park. Oh my gosh, guess who texted me? Shut up, Anna. He's a very hateful child. Yeah, right? So she's like my sister, basically. They got to Austin Park, but someone beat them to it. Owie. There's a bank robbery because he has money in his briefcase. Is he robbing the bank? The bank at Austin Park. There was a man hiding in the tree. Look how auraless he is. He jumped down and shot laser beams at them. Start talking. Who are you? I'm Mark. This is Arrowshot. And Anna, you're choking me. How did you get your power? We stole some stopwatches. Stopwatches? You're like us. Follow me. So how did they end up having like the same like design, you know? How did that end up happening? That was the whole I'm Rewind. I'm Chanelli. Channel, maybe. I'm Pause. If you're that kind of person that likes comedy, action, and drama, all in one, this is the book for you. This is Pause. The tip of the arrow? What if I put my tip in you? What about that? Okay, this one's about Arrowshot or something, I guess. It's getting dark. We should get a fire started. Did his design change? Interesting. Everyone's design is changing. She's a different color. Pause's cape is different. He just doesn't even look the same anymore. Mute is like my most underutilized character, by the way. I never used him. I literally never used him. So how did you get in the woods, Arrowshot? Well, it all started a long, long time ago. So this is when it's revealed that Jackson was belief. Who are you? Jackson. Do you remember that name or something? I believe Pause was never born. That's such a dumb little conversation. This is his war buddy, bro. His war buddy's like, he's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Jackson. Anyway, I believe you were never born. Before Jackson believed Pause was never born, Pause hit the pause button on the watch, and I woke up when you found the stopwatches. Wait, that means this is all just a setup, said Mark. What if Jackson is still alive? What? How is it a set? I don't think it's a setup. What I'm trying to get at, I think, is so whenever they found the stopwatches, you know, Powers reawakened. He never actually got to believe that because he paused himself so someone else could get the powers. And then Arrowshot was in the radius, I guess, and he got paused too. So a lot of people are probably just like were like paused for a little bit. They're like blipped, like Avengers. I don't think it's a setup, though. I think he's capping. If you're that person that likes action, comedy, and drama, this is the book for you. This is Pause. Oh my God, what is this? Look how long this page. Okay, it's not that long. I think I'm just dragging it. Villains. It's about villains. Okay, now we maybe. Can I speak? Maybe now we're gonna know who that green dude was, who was being like a pedophile, you know. One day, Dr. Williams was working in his lab when he mixed two chemicals together. The chemicals exploded. What? And it created Dr. Smart. No, I don't think that did any. Did it make him smarter? Does he have powers? Is he just a normal dude? Why is this here? Chemicals got on him. And now he's smart, but he was smart because he was mixing chemicals together. So maybe he just got smarter. Whatever. Dr. Smart made a device to control people's minds. So maybe it's just making him like insane, like Joker in the Michael Keaton Batman movie. I've done it. And that's the device right there. It controlled a guy's mind whose name was Josh. Josh heard a voice telling him to do stuff. Weld these stobs together. Also put a shirt on. Okay, Josh. Bye, Dad. We're going to the woods. Oh my gosh, it's their dad. Oh no. I'm pretty sure the device was also in that panel, but like less obvious. I'm pretty sure I did that. Okay, stob. Hopefully that's not a slur. I mean, it's a word my dad made up, and he says it. He's like to describe. He's like, instead of saying thing, he says stop. Now follow me. The device led him to Dr. Smart's hideout. We are here. That's Aura. I need to do tests on you. Yes, master. Okay, that's freaky. Dr. Smart took tests on Josh. Josh broke out of the test container, flipped a table on Dr. Smart. So basically, he's just like, is he evil? If he's not under mind control by this guy, then he's not under mind control. Then he's just evil. Maybe the device made him evil. I don't know, bro. Then he ran out of the lab. And Josh became remote. Oh, that's tough. 3 days after that, a guy named Mick was on a train. Then the train went under a tunnel, and when it came out, no one was on the train, but there was a writing on the window that said, "Come with me." Then the train went black, and then the lights came back on. Mick found himself in a secret lab. Then he met a man in the lab. He punched Mick in the face. Mick fainted. The man gave Mick a shot. He loves giving people shots. There was some kind of serum in the shot. We are the good guys. And he whispers, "Not." That's so stupid, bro. But oh my gosh, that's actually so dumb. So Mick thinks like he's like the good. He's like good. He thinks he's good, okay? He's lying to him. And he's just like, okay. It all created Evil Paws. His name's Evil Paws, and he thinks he's the good guy. All right, who's going to tell him, bro? A week after that, a guy named Artie. That is a stupid name. That is actually the worst name I've ever heard. Artie was on a boat in the ocean, getting away from some cops because he stole some money from a bank. He was rowing for his life when lightning struck his boat. Then he fainted and woke up in a lab. There was a man there. He gave Artie a shot. Joined the villains. Okay, I guess I will. That is the worst suit I've ever seen, probably. Honestly, that's the worst suit I've ever seen in my life. One day later, a man named James was fixing a car when a man jumped out from behind a tree and waved his hands around, and a portal opened. It sucked James in. That must be his dimension powers. He must have the channel powers. But channel isn't actually a remote guy. He made a suit. He's not even. That must be his channel powers, dude. I don't know. James woke up in a lab. He saw the man in the lab. Who are you? Is this my first black character? Who are you? I'm remote. Join me and the villains. This will give you powers. Okay. He's like, how about you join the villains? And he's like, okay, that sounds cool. I don't think anyone actually thinks they're the villains in any story. Like, no one's like, yeah, we're the villain team. It all created power. Okay, power's kind of tough, bro. George was playing on a computer when a black hole opened and sucked him in. The black hole teleported him to a secret lab. I don't think that's how black holes work. He met a man in the lab who gave him a shot. Join us. We are the villains. Okay, so everyone, same. This is Minecraft Steve. Everyone has the exact same thing. And it all created Record. What is Record's powers? What does he do? Can he record stuff?
I just remembered what his powers were, and he would use like little balls, like the balls that Angstrom Levy had in season 3 of Invincible to spy and mark with, and he'd use them and he'd like spy on people. So yeah.
Charles, Christopher, Elliot, and Lucas were all brothers. They were all waiting for their parents to get home when a man knocked them out. They woke up in a lab. The man that captured them gave them shots. It all created direction, aka up, down, left, and right. Okay. If you're that kind of person that likes comedy, action, and drama, this is the book for you. This is Pause. They shouldn't let me make comics. Okay, book 9, Belief. This has to be cool, right? This is so bad. How would this all be a setup? Jackson died. Well, Jackson never died because his design changed again. That's crazy. Because if it woke you up, then it must have woke Jackson up. No, I think you're just like mentally disabled maybe. Then a portal opened and a black figure came out. It kidnapped Arrowshot. Everyone was shocked. He was just kidnapped before the portal closed. Mark jumped in. Mark was in the portal for a while. When he came out, the side he saw Arrowshot in chains. When he got him out, Belief cornered them. If you're that kind of person that likes comedy, action, and drama, this is the book for you. This is Pause. Why are some of these so short? Here's the last mainstream Pause comic. This is the last main storyline Pause comic. I have other ones. Not reading them, okay? It's called Risen. Here, yeah, it's cool. It's not stapled together and it's not colored, okay? We are cornered. Arrowshot shot an explosive arrow at Belief. Belief had one weakness. Fire. I believe the dead was undead. Or you could believe you don't have a weakness to fire, maybe. I don't know. It just kind of seems like a stupid weakness. Okay, who's texting me? Let's check. I've been trying to fight this 1 HP skeleton for 4 consecutive hours. He's fighting Sans. Okay, nice. A portal opened and... Okay, what's it? An Arrowshot jumped in. Lightning struck a gravestone when Belief believed. It took them back to the fire. There were zombies there. That's where... Okay. They beat all the zombies except one. Okay, they just beat them. They just beat them. There we go. Why didn't the Avengers do that? Why didn't they just beat him? They all used their powers at once, but before anything hit him, he bit a snake. The snake gained zombie powers. That's really cool. I don't mean like that's really cool. I mean, I made both those characters, King Cobra and Risen. I made them both like in a random comic. I just kind of just had them as villains. But you know, they're actually like, or no, they didn't fight. They like I actually came up with like origins, and it's all like coming into the main line. Okay, basically like Pause had a crazy rogues gallery. I'm gonna be real. Back in his prime, bro, he had an insane rogues gallery. Okay, Play was a villain in the original. Play was not a sister. He was just a dude. He has Play, Remote, Belief, Risen, King Cobra. He's got someone else probably. He's Killer Kid, Dr. Smart, you know. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Yeah! Welcome back to Fan of the Week. Today I'm gonna right now I am scrolling through my comments. I'm checking it out. Hold on. Okay. Kels Bodega. You are Fan of the Week. Big dog. You know why? Because this comment right here. You're probably not watching this, but you know. Yo, this is so cool. Awesome to see your progress in a year, and honestly really inspiring for me to start animating. Great work, bro. I did do good. You know what? I'm great. Yeah, he's right. That's crazy.